Welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Well, welcome to the second half of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on this fine Saturday. That's right, every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can join us by going to donandgino.com, clicking the live streaming button, or go to our YouTube channel. We have all of our interviews videotaped, including the National Real Estate Cafe. We're talking probably 2,000, that's right, 2,000 YouTube videos that you can learn so much on, and we love sharing our Saturdays with you.
All right, and we have to also share that we're excited that we're now also on AM and FM. So if you haven't checked out the FM station yet, check out FM 98.1, and you can listen to this simulcast there as well.
Our show has just become twice as good.
I don't know about that, but it at least reaches twice as many people.
All right, so for 7 years, we've had the pleasure of sharing what you need to know, want to know, should know about our community, about real estate, about finance. This little crystal ball has been on fire. We've been really on target because we let you know what's really happening in the news, because the news likes to spin things. We do not. We tell you the truth. And to help us with that, today we got back by popular demand. You've actually been on our show quite a bit, Mr. Greg Schamus, with blinds and shutters of all kinds now. I got to remember, because I'm so used to the Vertical Factory for 25 years or whatever it was.
That's right.
So I love the new name. Good job, because it's so much more.
Yeah, it tells it like it is.
Exactly. So we'll start with that, since you've done nothing but grow and expand, and we've known you, and Gino uses your product and stuff, but you have a brand new store. Tell us about your store, because that's exciting for us, because instead of just going online, they get to come and visit your store.
Yeah, it's exciting for us too. We always wanted to achieve this. We wanted to have a premier store, and our dream came true this year. So we ended up becoming a Hunter Douglas Gallery store. We used to be the Vertical Factory, but in order to be approved to be a Hunter Douglas Gallery store, we had to change our name and get factory out of the name. So then we also had Vertical, which we're like, well, we want to get out of Vertical because then it limits to what people think. And we had this incorporated name, so we just use the incorporated name, and it tells it like it is. And now we have this beautiful store.
Blinds and shutters of all kinds. I think it's a smart move, though.
Well, you know, it's the same thing as us. At one point, we were Skyline Financial Corp. You remember that?
Yeah.
Years and years ago, and that was the corporate name. And
we went through us for like financial advice.
It didn't say what we did, right? And so we rebranded as Skyline Home Loans, because that's what we do. And so we did kind of the same thing. And I think it's a great thing to be able to share that. And again, Vertical is just maybe one solution.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different solutions to window treatments these days.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about where your store is at, what they can see in your store, and why they should visit your store.
So we're off of Lyons Avenue. We're right next to Box City, right by the new post office.
And Final Score.
Final Score. I can't believe how many people go to Final Score in this community. And
yes. 40 years, I think, or something like that. I was a kid going there.
Yeah. And then we have a great Chinese restaurant right next door also. So we're getting a lot of traffic. That's new to us because we're having people actually come to the store. But the store is really beautiful, so we're really proud of it. So we're happy to have people come in and browse, and we're open regular business hours. We have over 50 shades displayed.
Oh, that's cool.
And then a lot of them are motorized. Some are hooked up to Alexa, if you guys know what that is.
Sure.
We just call out and the shades will raise up or go down.
How cool is that, though? I mean, there you go. And you guys all listening to that, that's right. You can say, Alexa, raise my shades. Alexa, lower my shades. Really?
Oh, it's
that easy?
It's way cool. I have it in my master bedroom when I get up in the morning. I say, Alexa, trigger, raise bedroom shade. So I love that.
Do you have to use I don't mean to get technical with this, but do you have to use if?
Yeah.
You do.
If,
okay.
then that, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
If this, then that. Yeah. All right. Which used a lot of battery on my phone, so I took it off.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that might have been 3 phones ago, but yeah, I was like, whoa, it's killing me. So there you go. If you've never used if this, then that, you should try it. It's got a lot of really cool features. Sets alarms for things. You could probably set it up to raise the shades at a certain time of day and put them down at a certain time of day.
Well, we actually have an app that's proprietary to Hunter Douglas where you can set up your shades on a timer.
Nice.
And you can put them on a scene where they go up to a certain point at a certain time of the day.
Oh, I have that. You just need to teach me how to use it.
you-
Shame on me. Shame on me. I have that app because I do everything manually. All right?
I use it at my house.
But that's a perfect example because it's so easy these days. And it's not just a plug because we've used your service. We know the value of having real advice and somebody to help educate and on a certain product, because you can go online these days, no problem, look up some kind of shades and have them delivered to you, or some company you don't know, but then there's going to be questions of how to do it right, and if something goes wrong, who do you contact?
Okay, but Don, that brings us back to why we started the show and what the goal of the show is, to help you with personal and financial wellness. So there's plenty of vendors that Don and I have used over the years that don't make it on the show. Like one in particular I've been dealing with this week a lot.
Will never be on the show.
Will never, ever be on the show because they're not accountable, because they don't do a good job, and because they're not someone we can feel comfortable referring.
Yeah.
So ultimately, those people that are on the show have been vetted by us, and they're the people that we use. And I can honestly say that this week we were like, hey, Greg, could you stop by the house and do something? She said, no problem. Stop by, fixed it in 5 minutes, done.
It was like the next day he stopped by for you.
Yeah, and you know, and I know that I said this on a prior show, but to me, you know, Dawn and I are incredibly busy, and it's really hard sometimes for my wife to have to manage construction at the home or things of that nature. And so for me, one of the telltale signs is when I tell her that you guys are coming over, she doesn't say you need to come home and handle it. She's comfortable with you. She's comfortable with your staff.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a huge thing for me because I don't have to run home and take care of it myself.
I love when you do that. You're like, I gotta go handle this. Like today, you barely made it to our show because you were working with the
will not be on the show person.
Yes.
Yeah, so I consider that like the most important thing in the business is customer service, taking care of people, especially when they invest in us. And then one other big thing is we don't use contracted employees. They're actually my employees. So they come to work in the morning, we give them, you know, the schedule, and then they go out and take care of it.
Right.
So
they're not subs.
Right. So I don't have to hope that that sub is going to fit time in for me, you know, to make a certain amount of money, where, you know, it doesn't matter. So
yeah, and as far as the product goes, and I do have your motorized shades, and we're happy with them. And you know what's really cool is the kids know how to use them, probably better than me.
Oh wow!
But because what's nice is they go down in the morning, they open them, they close them, they do their thing, and they're not always saying, "Dad, can you?" You know, that's a big thing too. That talks about how simple it is. I mean, our kids are 6, 9, and 11, and they're able to just motor right through it.
Yeah. And they're good-looking shades, too.
They do look nice. There's that. That's less important to me, right? I'm the more practical guy. Maybe my wife would tell you they're good-looking.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you just tuned in, we're sitting here with Greg Schamus with blinds and shutters. Like I said, I got so many, 25 years of calling you Vertical Factory, but now blinds and shutters of all kinds. And I love it because you guys do so much more. Even when I referred you back in the day, I'm like, I know he's called the Vertical Factory, but he does all kinds of different shades.
Yeah, it definitely helps with the name now.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like even if you needed wood shutters or anything of that, you'd be able to handle that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to break, but we're going to basically come back with Greg Schamus. He's going to talk a little bit more about some of the options that are available for your home and why you need to use a local expert. It has 27 years experience, family-owned business. When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, don't go away.